What is up, everyone? Welcome to round 2 of the Portland Monthly Premodern Paper Magic Afternoons May 2024 tournament. We got 2 new decks to check out, so let's dive in. First up, we have Jack on Blue-Red Tinker. Very cool list. It's an artifact control / combo list that utilizes lots of powerful artifacts. The pretty broken card Tinker, which lets you sacrifice any artifact from play to go find any of your broken artifacts, and a 4 of Goblin Welder to help bring back whatever you end up sacrificing, or if you somehow get artifacts in the graveyard through your opponent's duress or discard, being able to bring it back pretty easily. The win cons include the combo of Altar of Dementia and Phyrexian Devourer. There are also win cons in the form of Masticore, Karn Silver Golem, Triskelion is a really fun include, and of course Phyrexian Processor. Overall, it's just a really solid list. Can't wait to see how it performs. Next up is Alec on a green-black survival this time. You may remember his red and green survival list, more traditional lists, even ones running a bit of blue for that trade win survival, doing pretty well in past tournaments. Well, this time he's brought Jund. And yes, I know it's not technically Jund because we're in pre-modern and the shards and trions and whatever were not invented at this time. It's still Jund because you're looking to, well, Jund him out. There is definitely still a survival and madness package here, but you do also get access to Krovekian Horror, which lets you bring that back to hand, similar to a Squee as long as there's a creature above it, and 4 of Zombie Infestations, which are also just fantastic discard outlets and can just be an instant yet infinite, albeit slowly, supply of 2/2 zombies. Overall, this is probably one of my favorite color pairs in pre-modern, so I can't wait to see how it goes. All right, we have Jack on the left, Alec on the right. I do think this is going to be a pretty tough game 1 for Alec. Not having a ton of main deck interaction for the amount of artifacts that Jack's going to be running. Notably, while Alec's deck is a toolbox deck, he's definitely going to put in a lot of those naturalizes and Uktabi orangutans and all that good stuff that's in his sideboard right now. And I don't think he has a hand disruption either to really make a ton of difference, but we'll see how it goes. If he can keep Jack off of the relevant artifacts, it could be a real game. Looks like we're just going to be doing a little bit of ramping, playing lands. Jack taking 2 off his Ancient Tomb to immediately go into a Mind Stone, having 3 mana available in turn 2, assuming he has no other land drops. Alec with just a mere 2 mana, granted perfectly color fixed mana, deciding what he wants to actually play out here. He does have the Zombie Infestation, but doesn't make sense to necessarily... Alright, yep, we're just gonna go Survival of the Fittest, might as well. Namesake of the deck, one of the best cards in pre-modern, makes sense. Alright, Jack did find a blue and red source there with that Reef, Shivan Reef. New art throwing me for a second. I know Jack is primarily a modern and bit of pioneer and some legacy grinder, so definitely has a pretty good card collection, even if it's not always in the old border. Ooh, we got a Winter Orb hitting the field here, really gonna slow things down. And also Chromatic Sphere, just had so much mana, didn't need to worry about playing it out. Oh, does he have Devour and the Altar in hand? He just has the combo here. Can he make enough mana this turn? All right, we got City of Traders coming down for the Altar and pass. And now I'm trying to remember how much Phyrexian Devourer costs. I thought it was 3. But maybe it's not. It might be 4. Or sorry, actually it might be 5. He has 3 mana up right now. All right. Alec's got a Zombie Infestation coming down. He's going to pitch 2, notably making sure that his Krovekian Horror is on the bottom. Does get a zombie. So the next upkeep, not just his upkeep, that will go back to his hand. In one way, it's a little bit better than the Squee, but it's not always guaranteed. You really need to have 2 of them and a Squee to get basically... Oh, Well, there you go. Yeah. That's the win. Jack's gonna just explain to him how this is gonna work. Basically, he just exiles cards off the top of his deck, making the Phyrexian Devourer infinitely large, or as large as he needs to mill out Alec, and then we'll just sack it. And yep, that's gonna be game number 1. Alright, so like I said, probably not the greatest first game for Alec, but now he's got his sideboard in, he's got a lot more artifact hate, maybe some other ways to deal with the shenanigans that Jack's got going on. Ooh, he's got a Tinker and at least one other artifact. Maybe not comboing out here, but does he have an altar as well? But yes, having just the natural combo in hand, not having to tinker or search for anything, is pretty good. Alright, Alex just gonna lead off with a bop, doing his own form of ramping. And Jack just playing it a little slower this time, just a Shivan Reef. Okay, 3 coming out for a morph. Ooh, what could it be? Is it a Nantugo? I thought Nantugo only hits enchantments. I actually don't know what it is. I should probably have looked at the deck list a little closer. Oh, but how about we just Pyroclasm? It is a Nantugo. Okay, does that actually hit enchantments too? I thought it just hit artifacts. Anyways, very well-timed Pyroclasm. Here's a Wild Mongrel. That can be pretty dangerous. And Jack's in here with perfect mana. Do any combination he wants. And I believe that's a City of Brass. Yes. Okay. City of Brass coming down. And I'm actually not sure what that artifact was. Is that another
Yeah. It looked like a City of Brass.
Hmm.
Or even a City of Ass. Yeah.
I don't recognize the art. I'm guessing it's a ramp artifact. Anyways, he plays a Tangle Wire. Really gonna slow things down here, having to tap all 4 things on Alex's turn. Yeah, is it a Mind Stone? It must be a Mind Stone. Oh, that's right, because that's not a City of Brass, it's a City of Traders. That's how he was able to. Okay, I'm tracking, guys. I think. Alright, anyways, Alec can do nothing but just play a land. Jack deciding to untap his City of Traders. Or is that a City of Brass? I'm so confused. No, that must be a City of Traders, yeah. Then how's he getting the... Oh, never mind. Ignore me, chat. He stacked the triggers, only has to tap 3. Able to save a red source. Alright, he's gonna float 2. Sack the City of Traders to its ability. Gonna tinker. Okay. Sacking the Mind Stone. And what are we finding here? Smokestack would be pretty brutal. Phyrexian Devourer would be pretty mean as well. He could get another Tangle Wire and just really shut down the board, although that might be not optimal for him. What are we gonna get? A Mishra's Helix? Yes, alright. So this one is pay X, tap down X lands. This in combination with Tangle Wire can be pretty brutal. Alright, outdrawing a bop, so at least he can ramp out a little bit. Probably wary of another Pyroclasm. He does have 2 Krovikan Horrors, so if he wants to discard those to ramp up his Wild Mongrel, he could. Get at least a little more aggressive here, which I think he kind of needs to. I think in this matchup, Alex is definitely the beatdown. needs to get damage through as fast as possible. Alright, just gonna sequence that, discard those guys, and another Wild Mongrel. Hitting for 5. It's a pretty good hit. Then plays out the Bop. Gets back both the Krovigan Horrors. And presenting a real clock here, which is obviously very relevant, especially with Jack tapping down all Alex lands, potentially. Oh, actually opting to just tap down the Helix and the Tangle Wire here. So not wanting to use it next turn. I guess having the Birds of Paradise and so many lands on Oxide makes it a little less tempting. He does have another Tinker in hand, it looks like. And we are going to Tinker here, sacking the Tangle Wire. Now, notably, Jack can just sack the Helix and go get another Tangle Wire. And we have a Masticore coming down. Okay. Very good card. Very good in this matchup. Can, once Jack has mana, take care of both creatures pretty easily. He definitely will need to find a little more ramp here, though, because that Wild Mongrel can get up to a 4/4. Also interesting that... Yeah, we can just block here. That makes sense. In response, bring back the Mind Stone. So the Mongrel deals no damage. And we're just going to untap. This is a way also to get around the Masticore's mandatory discard. I mean, you can never tack in with the Masticore, but I think Jack wanting some lands here. Ooh, that is an altar. One of the combo pieces assembled. Maybe wishing he had tinkered for a Devourer at some point. The Devourer can be pretty good on its own too, as long as you are cautious with how many cards you're exiling. It can get fairly large. And you can do it card by card, so it's not like it's a one and done type of thing. Alright, there is a Triskelion in hand. Can't play it, I believe. Only has 4 mana open. And no, we're just going to pass. Holding up the threat of a Masticore, I believe. And now just giving it a little bit of think here, trying to figure out how he can get past what is arguably one of the most fearsome early creatures in Magic. One of the most broken. Jack does have the mana to regenerate it as well, and without only having 2 cards in hand, it would be a straight 4-on-4 fight, which he would be losing.
I should have discarded this first, then the other 2 cards, because
Wishing that his Krovigan Horror had a creature above it, I think.
I also didn't like.
And
I don't know why I didn't think he would have. I don't know why I didn't think about Goblin Welder. Like, so makes me
maybe someone talking at the table. Not entirely sure. Or maybe just deep in the tank here.
Manticore. Yeah, or manage just kill all my shit. That turn 2 Pyroclasm was real fucking backbreaking.
Ooh, and Jack does have a Silver Golem as well, which could get pretty tricky. Alright, so in your end step, I believe, unless he's doing it in his untap. Nope, in your end step. All right, we're gonna force you to discard a card, which doesn't do too much because he just gets that card back. Which actually, Alec did just miss that trigger. But notably, Jack discarded a Triskelion, which he can continually use with the Goblin Welder, which is pretty smart. Oh, and we're just gonna call it there. I think Alec just giving it up, not really seeing a good out, and maybe wanting to get some of his day back. Totally understand that feeling. Congrats to Jack. Awesome deck, awesome showing. Looks very good. Tinker is definitely one of those cards, and I guess in this case, Goblin Welder as well is one of those cards that is very powerful in Eternal formats, but still can be very good in Premodern. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for us. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked this video. There is another 4 rounds left to go, so you don't want to miss that. And of course, if you've liked, subscribed, done everything you can, and you want to do more to support the channel, there is a Patreon link in the video description. That money goes towards gear upgrades, travel expenses, that sort of thing. Basically everything to help me make more of these videos. We're getting pretty close to 1,000 subs, so that is very exciting. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you next time.